The day that I met you, I started dreaming. Now I write them down if I remember in the morning time. I don't know that much about Kingston, but I like the sound it makes when it starts pouring rain. I think that tonight I'll leave my light on, 'cause I get lonely when it's out, and I miss you right about now.
Hello everyone. It has been a while. I hope you enjoyed that intro that I edited about 4 months ago. So most of this video that you are seeing has been recorded in January, because that is when we did the server Secret Santa. But I've been trying to get employed. I know, kind of gross. I know, right? But now that I have a second of free time, I've decided to actually work on and upload this video. So this is what you saw in the intro. There's Dim Tryhard. This is the new TNT factory. So it mostly looked at the sand duper, so I'm going to take a second to cover the creeper farm. So here we have Mike Homer's 25k per hour creeper farm. Creepers will spawn in here. Pathfinding will make them run immediately over here, where they are dropped down and killed by trident killers. All of the drops are then dropped through little holes in this giant map art and sent to this storage at the bottom, where they are stored for later. We have quite a lot of storage for gunpowder, TNT, and then, of course, sand. So all the way over here, this is a gravity block duper designed by Daniel based off existing designs, but he has formulated it to be more reliable and fully AFKable, making 300,000 sand per hour. So the player will sit in a minecart over here, and they will go back and forth loading the sand duper, and then using this super fast piston bolt designed by Firebee and Citrus Fruit. It's two-way and I think 50 blocks per second, though I could be wrong. And it goes all the way back to where it's unloaded, and then it will reload the area so that we can collect all the drops. It produces so many drops, though, that the storage was, of course, going to be quite the feat. I think I streamed this a while ago, correct me if I'm wrong, but these are a bunch of 6x shulker speed loaders, all in this giant array, because we need it. And eventually, these will make a good enough amount of shulker boxes to where it'll fill up this storage silo. Whenever that is filled up, a bunch of shulkers will be dispensed, and they will sit in this corner against the wall, and a giant obelisk of floating shulkers. The player will then be sent along with the shulkers this way, and then it will get dropped down underground, go below the water and the iceberg, and then they will travel all the way along to be stored in this storage over here. And of course, the storage has auto crafters at the bottom, so that this can be a fully AFKable, fully functioning TNT factory to do all of our bombing needs. So yeah, in my opinion, it is so far the most impressive thing, other than probably main storage, that we have built to date. And of course, it was designed by Daniel, because Daniel has to design the best things every single time. But before we look at some of the things I've recorded a while ago, I'm quickly going to show you a few more points of progress we've made around the server. So I'm not going to lie, I'm just going to show this one other thing, because I don't know where the other stuff is, and this is probably the most important thing. So now that we've arrived here, we are going to go towards the end like usual. I'm pretty sure it's this way. The tunnels have been redesigned. That's pretty cool. But But if we keep going, you'll notice the tunnel stops. And that's because we now have a perimeter for where our nether hub is going to go. And you may notice, if you are of keen eye, that the bedrock roof has been broken. That's because, while it was in the game, we exploited a bug where you could use sea pickles and place them against the sides of blocks in order to replace bedrock. I don't know why it was ever a thing, but it was. Abstract Voxel and I made a concept of a AFK version of that that we were going to build on the SMP, but we never got to releasing that because there were a few issues with how it worked and functioned with placing stuff in a lag that would have made it not practical for the server. So we just finished with smaller manual ones made from Hello before we could even get a chance to do that. So we now have this giant perimeter. I can't remember if it was in the shape of a dodecahedron or something else. I can't be asked to look up what we did, but we did some sort of funny shape. And eventually we're going to have a very cool build here. Now, what you've been waiting for, Secret Santa in June. So for this Secret Santa, I managed to roll Luke 7720, and boy oh boy, did I already have the idea of what I was going to do for him. Now, if you don't know, Luke is probably the best Minecraft Bedrock Slimestone player to ever play the game, and he made this quarry right here. We were planning this to build this on SMP eventually, and I thought it would be absolutely hilarious if I took this just mock concept. We were going to make it way bigger on SMP anyway, and I just made 2 slices of it only. Like, just the tiniest quarry ever. But technically, it would be the first working quarry in a Minecraft Bedrock survival world ever. And I think that could just be hilarious. So, what I did is, I'll show you in a second, I took this and I basically just got all the parts off of that end and just shrunk it down. So here's the tiny quarry. I've been testing it for a little bit and it seems to work fine. For right now, I'm just going to gather the dimensions of it so that we can start prepping the area for it on SMP. So here I've marked out the dimensions for building on SMP. So the height of the trench needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 blocks tall. And then the width needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 blocks. So basically we have a lot of digging to do. I just remembered this bottom part I've marked out. This is just for the collection area. The problem is we need to have room for this flyer right here to go up and down, which means on the sides we are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a 7-block gap all the way up, like this entire line all the way up and down wherever we build it on SMP. This is going to be a lot more digging than actual quarrying. But, to be fair, that's what makes it funny, so let's go do it. Alright, I definitely just recorded an entire clip muted, so let's try that again. With the help of Mr. Voxel, Mr. Abstract Voxel, wherever he went, we have successfully dug out the area that the quarry is going to be operating in. So this area here is where the actual quarry is going to be. This is sort of where the 4 pistons for the grabbers will be. And then obviously, if this was a real quarry, we would expand this trench right here, all the way up there and all the way along here, for if it was going to go further. But it's really not going to go very far since this is just a meme build. Now, unfortunately, I'm sort of a bad YouTuber, and I will not be time-lapsing building the quarry, and that's for 2 reasons. First of all, Luke wanted to actually release the quarry, like, after he built it on SMP, and I don't believe this actually does it justice, because he wanted to build a full-scale working version before he released the world download to the public. So if I showed a time-lapse of how to do it, people would just slow it down and use that as a step-by-step guide to build a shitty version of the quarry, which would be bad. Second of all, it would just be like choppy as hell and look terrible, so we're not going to do that. But we can get started. I only have 5 days left to build the first ever quarry in Minecraft Bedrock. It is currently January 19th, and we are showing each other our builds on the 25th, so it has to be done by the 24th. So yeah, this should be fun. We'll see how this goes. Alright, this here is the collection water stream along with both grabbers and most of the logic for moving all of that forward. And then right here we have all of the actual dispensers that will be launching the TNT via the flyers behind them. And then all I have to do after this is just the hard part of making sure the top of the quarry is aligned correctly and built correctly. Alright, and I now have the top of the quarry done, and I have tested in a SMP copy, ran it a few times, fixed a few issues, and I can say that the quarry is completely done. All that's left to do is to fill all of the dispensers with TNT. There's only, I think, 20 dispensers, so just a couple stacks of TNT, now that we have the aforementioned TNT farm. That is delightfully easy. But yeah, Secret Santa is in a little less than 2 days, and I am very excited to show this off. So let's see what reaction it gets. See you then. Alright. So
I am out of rockets. Do you have any?
Dude, I have so many rockets on me right now. It's your lucky day.
Thank God. There we go.
Yeah, I put a bunch on me just for, like, Secret Santa. Speaking of Secret Santa, you might have figured out I am your Secret Santa by now. So, it's present time.
Yo. Where does this lead?
Let's go to the Nether.
794. Okay.
Hop
I
in,
suppose it's.
hop in, Vero.
Yo.
The
Wait,
whip.
fuck. There we go.
The whip. Is your whip made out of bamboo?
It is.
Okay. I was concerned you'd need to grind more. You don't know true grind until your whip made out of bamboo.
Nope. Why did my game freeze?
It's a great
Oh,
question.
never mind. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't like the Nether. Sometimes it does that, but only in the Nether.
Yeah, your pewter is silly.
It works just fine in the overworld.
I mean, mine is pretty silly too, but...
Mine is definitely silly.
Back,
I have done so many weird things to my pewter.
back by the bamboo pinar.
I love my bomb making instructions. All of my I love my pewter. All of my bomb making instructions are inside it.
You are being
I do
recorded
love
by
my
government agencies.
In Minecraft, though, it's like
In
TNT
Minecraft, in
recipes.
Minecraft, in Minecraft.
Of course, of course.
Where did you go? Okay, there you are.
Oh. Here.
Hold on.
The
bamboo pinar.
Who's there?
I didn't even hear you. The phone. Hello?
Okay, Josie, shut up. We're doing Secret Santa.
Oh, okay.
They left.
Gone.
Gone. The timeout channel is there though. Should have moved them.
So true. There's currently a guy in my attic.
A guy?
Yeah.
An individual?
And
An actor?
hopefully
Why?
of the positive indication. Working on our air conditioning.
Oh, that makes sense. I thought they were just some random guy living there.
Yeah. So, you might be able to recognize what we
Yo!
have over here. So, I took your quarry.
There's no way.
I slimmed it down to only 2 chunks wide. I mean, 2 slices wide, because that's hilarious. And the funniest part of this quarry, you will harvest more from digging out the trenches than the quarry will ever harvest by itself.
This is insanely funny. There's no way. Why did you do this?
Because it's hilarious, and now we get to see if it actually
Oh wait,
works.
I'll record it. I have to record it.
Oh yeah, I've been recording. I am.
Oh, all right. I'll leave you to it then because my recording thingy does not work.
Yeah. So
There's no way this-
hopefully there's TNT in all of these. I did a lot of
Did you-
backups. I fixed a few issues.
Did you load the furnace delay?
I did load the furnace delay.
Right. There's no way you actually.
You want to try to activate it and see if it explodes and kills itself?
Let's see it.
I am so scared. 'Cause
3, 2, 1.
oh man. There it goes.
It's working.
Let's go into I'm gonna go into CS. Yeah, I also accidentally positioned the entire top wrong while I was building it. And then I had to rebuild the
Yeah,
entire thing.
That can happen. This is so fucking funny.
Let's see if I implemented the changes
Let's
I
see
made
the-
on the backup properly.
What changes did you make? I think.
Oh,
you
I
changed,
didn't really make
well-
many changes. It's just like fixes I had to make. Though I do have to show you some things about the wiring later because there are a few obsolete parts of it.
Yeah, I know. I was planning on making an updated version eventually.
Yeah, I'll help you. Since I have become very familiarized with it.
Fair enough. The main changes were going to be the water stream. That can be improved. I want to remove the hopper line.
Oh yeah, it's very easy
Um,
to just like drop it down to another ice
Yeah.
layer lower and move it sideways.
And the water,
Okay,
the water
here's
stream
the-
is very, very bulky.
Here's the part.
Let's see it work.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go!
Dude,
It works!
I cannot tell you how scared I was. And then the rest of it's kind of obsolete. I just built it up to like where it could go over the mountain if we made the trenches for it.
Yeah, I am gonna do it. This thing is gonna be run
Yeah.
all over the.
Okay, but a better location, we need to make a bigger one over there because this part like runs out of terracotta very
Oh,
quickly.
yeah, that's actually this is actually a great location.
Yeah, I just searched for like the nearest mesa. I mean, Badlands.
But well, this empirically shows it can be run even in a very small version in survival. This is actually the first ever quarry.
This is the first
run.
ever working quarry in Bedrock Survival. And it's useless.
There's no way.
And it's useless.
It's still great. This is still a massive flex.
It's so
love it.
funny. Open the furnace delay. Let's go.
Yeah, it works. It works.
The entire thing functioning. I didn't expect that to happen when I showed it to you. I expected at least one part to blow up. Oh my
No,
god.
it didn't. Let's do. I'll let it run another layer and then I'll stop it.
This is yeah,
But yeah,
but yeah, look at the trenches. You will mine more than it will ever get itself. Which is the
Yeah,
funniest
I
part of
need
it.
to-
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I was
that's simple.
mostly going for the funny factor, and there's the fact that like I don't want to build the whole thing without like you and Abstract involved, like because that'd be kind of
Yeah.
cringe. So I saved most of the fun for later.
Yeah, that makes.
Let's look.
I'm pretty sure it
Let's
can
look in
be
this
made
based collection system.
insanely based.
Oh wait,
I'm
hold
pretty sure
on.
it can.
Look, collection. What we can do? We change this glass block
Mhm.
right by this hopper into a slime block and put a chest below it, and then put the hopper into the chest. Genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
Let's.
This is so funny. It's working.
It is. It's very, very funny. I am back to non-spectator. I'm gonna stop the quarry.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'll let it run now, but this is very, very funny. Best best gift ever.
Also, since it was so funny, I just had to include the gift that Kimowin made for Kono. Oh, whoa! Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Damn.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
What?
Whoa! Whoa!
Holy.
Whoa!
Dang.
Whoa!
How many big booms does the gift get?
6!
It gets like a
6!
6, yeah.
Kono, I think there's a very clear
Oh my god, how do you make this?
How did
What?
you do that? How did
How do you
Wait,
make
what?
this?
Leave the stream, I wanna see it.
I want to see it.
Wait,
Wait, you can't open it? What the fuck?
Wait, why is the
Oh,
chest
I-
turning?
I-
Wait,
I-
look at the chest, it turns.
I had an arrow in my hand.
Huh?
That's my
Look,
bad.
look, the
That's my bad.
chest was like spinning or something. That was
I-
weird.
that's my
What?
fault. I held an arrow.
What?
Okay.
How do you make this?
What? What the fuck?
What the
What's the stairs? Why-
This
why
is
there-
crazy.
what-
They
is
left in the concrete wall placer. That's great.
Holy shit! I didn't
Oh
check
my
the
god.
enchant.
This is
Oh.
insane.
my freaky.
How?
Who did that? Who did that?
How did they do that?
I love this so much.
How?
Whoa.
Hacking. There is
Oh
no
my-
way.
That's so funny.
Something's off
Wait.
because it only does 2 damage, but you have.
Was that? No, it
Sharpness
wasn't.
on it.
Hold on. Who?
What?
Oh,
How?
this
Oh,
is
it
the
was.
concrete.
It was Kimmy. That makes sense. It was Kimmy.
How? Then?
Dang.
Because Kimmy has powers. You don't understand.
That makes sense. But why this is more the text is a Kev's thing, I feel.
No, Kev's did not have you.
Who
There's-
else thinks I'm freaky though?
There's the list of people in admin
You
chat.
are freaky, Kono. Everybody knows you're freaky.
Yeah, there's. I
Interesting.
checked the Google Doc and admin chat. It was Kimmy. This is
Who's Kimmy?
Kimowin.
How do you
Oh,
make
Kimmy.
this?
Okay.
This is insane. Thing
Wait,
ever.
there's more. Wait,
There's more. Wait. Where?
Come
Is
back here.
There is
Wait,
a
there's
set,
more?
There is a set of trader llamas.
Wait, what? Huh? Huh?
Wait, on.
Wait, Khalif, come here. What?
Oh yeah, Kimmy just collected every single trader llama that he saw while building this thing. So we got a mosh pit.
What?
What? Wait. What does the freaky hoe do on them? Actually, no. I wouldn't do that since it has curse of vanishing. Never mind. You could. You have a chance of using it once and then it disappearing forever.
You bought property in Egypt, and allow you to do whatever. with
So
the
what they do for you is they give you the property.
property. They give you the property.
Okay, do it.
Okay, we need to make sure that the water actually covers them all at once. How are we gonna do that?
What does it have to be
dispensers.
water? Does it have can't it be lava or something?
It could be lava. But I'm not.
I
Oh, very
have
cool, though.
64 dispensers.
It would just be way funnier if it was water.
Yeah, the thing is, how do we drown all of them? I
Make-
guess.
I have dispensers. We can automatically dispense
Okay.
water down on
Oh
them.
yeah, we
Oh.
can. Yeah, you're right.
Wait, can't we just use TNT to kill all of them at the same time?
Wait, I'm
I'm
recording
recording.
for my video. This is great.
Yeah, let's
Go for it.
Go
Come
for
on.
it.
Okay. When I press it, play the gong.
Well, I'm going in CS
Wait, how do you play the gong?
Say on soundboard.
soundboard, the most recent sound added.
How? Okay. Can someone else do that? I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Thanks, Luke.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Sync it. 3,
2,
2, 1,
1.
go. Oh my god.
No, the
No,
wall!
No, the shoulders.
The wall.
The shulkers too. Where's the...
Oh my god, we have deleted.
Look at the chat bridge. Wait,
a
wait,
shulker
wait,
of
wait.
obsidian.
Look at the chat bridge. Hold on.
Work.
It's a delete the shulker boxes.
Yeah.
Well, we lost a small bit of items.
Gone. Gong?
What?
Gone?
Oh, okay, good. Obsidian survived. That's the important bit.
Oh, we just okay.
That's-
We didn't build it below that.
That's so funny.